right, welcome to welcome to Raising Funds for World Domination, day number 323. So there are no updates on these items. Today, what did I do today? Today I relaxed a little bit more. Actually, I looked into some new editing effect types for video editing, but no video production today. Oh yeah, I merged in the latest and greatest of the terminal block mining game. Alright, we'll test to make sure it works. Orthoplex 64, how's it going? So I think last night I was still, I guess for the last 2 days of this, I've been stuck on some failing unit tests. And I remember I had the revelation of some kind last night. I figured something out, but I forget what that was. Okay, the test is failing. And it's saying there are still some chunks that are about to become pending. And there's still one chunk that's subscribed to, which is not correct. So if it can go, if it gets past this point, that means for all 100 iterations, it's getting past this. And expected pending chunks should be 0. But I guess it's in one of the last chunks that are loaded. It's the last iteration that's causing the problem here. Maybe when I drop all of them here, that's causing it to, it's missing that signal. Zillin says hello. How's it going? How do you intend to dominate the world? That's a good question. So I have a couple of videos in there's 2 links in the description that go through all my detailed plans. So you can check those out and let me know if you like the plan. And if you like it, you can send a super chat or become a channel member for the low price of $1 a month. Are you a mad scientist? No, I'm a nice scientist. So whenever I update this, so it calculates all the required chunks here. And whatever's there, it should send a signal for all of them here. But somehow one of the signals is not getting sent. Hi, it's me, the Bug Bounty donator guy from a while back. Why are you low-key schizo? How are you so stubborn? But this game, World Domination, I thought it was a bit. I think it's a good plan. I mean, if I don't take over the world, someone else will. So better me than someone else. Marowani Amen says hello. How's it going? Yeah, thank you for the huge donation back in the day. JR Monkey says, yo, how's it going? You're fine, excellent. I'm also going to learn Vim or VI. Excellent. It's the best editor. I tried Emacs a little bit, and the key combinations are too arcane for me. It's just they require like too much rote memorization. Still, it has a steep learning curve. Yeah, I find Vim is the character combinations, the keyboard combinations with Vim are a bit more like a language grammar, whereas with Emacs, it's like you just have to memorize like a random key combination. But with Vim, it's you can like construct, you can like learn a little bit and then generalize from it. And you mentioned ED, but I actually, there's a couple of videos on my channel. Actually, it's interesting. That's come up in conversation the last few days. I'll pull up my my blog. I have a couple blog posts and videos about specifically the connection between Vim and ED. And there's like, if you run Vim in X mode, you basically have like the early predecessor to ED. If it becomes muscle memory, will be Flash. Yeah, it makes you a lot faster once you get to know it. Is there a Copilot assistant for Vim? I'm not sure. I haven't actually gotten into AI coding very much yet. So if you come into my blog, blog.robertiller.org, actually, you know what? It's just blog.robertiller/Vim. I had a tag for it. And there's a YouTube video for this. There's a YouTube video for this one and for this one. And I guess these two videos would be if you want to know about the connection between Vim and ED, you can check out those. Don't use AI in coding? Yeah, it's I've tried it a bit. It's bad enough that I don't want to use it, but it's good enough that it's clear that eventually I'll have to learn it. But I just have not. I've only been doing coding on stream recently, so. Okay, expected signal is 1. I guess the way to debug it might be decrease the size of the region. Or I guess I could increase the size of this. Gonna check out those videos now. Yeah, there are videos on this channel, and also you can just check out the blog post. I vote to name the capital of New Axel-Heiberg as Terminal. Yeah, I guess that could be a that could be an interesting. Yeah, so many possibilities for tech themed layouts, and terminal is a very appropriate name for like the central, like the Central Station, Union Station, the Central Transit Hub. But I guess if you just call it maybe the Grand Terminal or something, or some kind of something descriptive terminal. So that otherwise, if you just say terminal, people wouldn't know what you're referring to. The Central Terminal. Okay, I made the chunk size bigger, and now it's expecting 3 chunks. Interesting. Let's do 1 test. What comes first, the regex interpreter or the compiler? That's a good question. Is that a reference to one of my recent videos? I can't remember if I think I pointed that out. I pointed out that exact dilemma in I think in one of those videos. In one of my videos somewhere, I talk about how if when you're trying to write a parser, one of the first things you'll do is start writing like something to match the tokens, and then you're basically building a parser inside the parser. Those are the dog says E greater than E question mark. What are we doing? We are currently working on unit tests for a memory chunk loading class in a terminal-based video game. Okay. How to code? So I'll do a quick demo of the game. Okay, here is the game. It's a terminal-based video game. It runs purely in the Linux terminal, and you wander around an infinite procedurally generated universe, and you spam the M key to mine blocks. And you can also craft things, like a stone pick, and then now you can mine out to a larger radius. He's reading the Matrix. Also, howdy Rob. How's it going? What's for? What coding language? It's written in Java. Isn't Java one of the hardest to learn? I don't think so. The strong typing, in my view, makes it a bit easier to learn. How come the radius is squared instead of circle? How come the radius is a square instead of a circle? I'm not sure what you mean. Can Vim have font ligatures? It's an interesting question. You can probably display ligatures. That's an aspect of languages I'm not super confident about. But my guess is that like translation, like I think FI is a common ligature. But I think that my guess would be that there's probably has to be some transformation to actually take the binary content into the file and take like all FIs and translate it into a separate Unicode code point that represents the ligature. How'd you learn to code? Many thousands of hours of practicing. Also got I have an undergraduate degree in software engineering. Sat at my desk at work today. Worked on one of my own VMs. Since I'm the only one in the office. With the vehicle monitoring, my vehicle monitor, nobody questioned why or what I was doing. Since I'm the only one in the office with a vertical monitor. I guess I don't really understand. You have a vertical monitor, you're working on a VM. I assume you work at like a software dev place? Or I guess, I don't know, maybe you're working in a terminal, so it makes sense to have a vertical monitor. Okay, let's make this a bit better. Okay, that'll help me isolate the bug cases faster. Oh, there we go. Totally not a software company? Okay. Just dominant power of flexing a terminal in the office? Okay, that makes more sense. If you're at a software dev place, that'd be pretty typical. But I guess if it's not a software dev place, everyone will be like, you're a computer hacker. I think that's even one of the things they test for. They check for companies because if someone in the accounting department opens PowerShell, that's like an immediate red flag because accountants generally never open that. But if you're a dev, you might be in that all day long. Saint Horn said, "What should I walk into?" This is software development of a terminal-based video game. So I'll run a demo here. So it's a video game that runs purely in the Linux terminal, where you can wander around an infinite procedurally generated universe and spam the M key to mine blocks. Account accidentally opens PowerShell. An alarm start blaring. Yep. Do you work for a tech company or do you have own startup? Would you prefer working for a tech company or having your own company? Having your own business, it gives you the freedom to that's certainly preferable. At the moment, I'm still pursuing my own independent business. I started my business back in 2014, and I did like random software consulting and just like kind of odd contract development with the eventual ambition to like build a product, do like maybe a traditional SaaS startup. But these days, I think that's kind of like the market for that was never great, and it just got worse and worse every year. So more recently, the thing that has shown the most growth has been YouTube. So that's for the last year. That's what I've been working on pretty much exclusively. So this is what Minecraft looks like on Linux. Well, my Minecraft runs on Linux, but this would be if you had a 2D view. So you actually can go around in 3D, but yeah, this would be if Minecraft had to be on the terminal. This is what it looked like. Wish you all the best. Thank you. So Robert, do you like shooting guns or bows? No, that's not a hobby. I've not something I've ever been into. Never had them. Don't really have the spare time to even think about that. I think it's cool. Any tips on procedural generation? So if you want to know, if you want to know how the procedural generation works, if you want to check out the code, there's a thread called the chunk initializer thread state. So this thread actually initializes the chunks, and so it randomly picks from this list of chunks, possible block types, and it uses a multi-dimensional noise generator that I also wrote. And so this generates, it's kind of like it's basically like Perlin noise, but it's, I generalized it to like more dimensions. I forget, I think it'll work up to like 4 dimensions or something. So you can get correlated noise. And instead of a lookup table, I use the SHA hash function, because the noise quality is better. Although it's kind of slow, so I may change it in the future. Yeah, and then to actually generate the chunks, it just samples a couple different like wave functions and then multiplies them together and does some quick math. What's the most recent milestone you reached in the block mining simulator? I guess it depends on how long it's been since you checked out the stream. I've made some progress toward getting multiplayer to work, at least the client side end of it. Right now I'm updating. I never actually had unit tests for the chunk loading and unloading module. So right now I'm making some unit tests for the chunk loading, and once those unit tests work, then I'm going to start making some updates. There's actually a couple of bugs to fix. Once I fix those, I'm going to make it so the chunk loading memory manager can work with multiple clients, which it currently does not. Multiplayer going to be fun. Yeah, I figured, honestly, I could actually start it. It's at a point where I could add more content, like more blocks and recipes and stuff, but I think multiplayer is like, that would be a thing that takes it from being like totally irrelevant and not interesting to being something actually worth talking about. Okay. All right, I guess I'll do kind of like with my screen layer merging unit test. I'll run like a bunch of tests with different seed values. And I'll use that to like quickly search for the failing test cases. Then I can kind of just prune them down to a minimal case. Do you have a favorite video game? Any inspiration for this game? Honestly, I actually don't even really play too many games. In a way, kind of my inspiration from this was to in a way kind of like generalize over a lot of games. Like the model, the underlying model, I made it fairly general. Because like so many games, like 2D side-scrolling games for Super Nintendo, you theoretically could just implement those like inside as like a set of blocks. Like most of the world is just a set of tiles, or even like old-fashioned Zelda games and stuff. You're just moving around on a 2D, on like a slice of a matrix. And I thought it'd be interesting to have a much more like general representation. In some ways, you could call what I'm building like a framework, but I don't really want to call it a framework, so I'll probably I'm gonna try to just keep expanding the existing game loop, because there's already a game loop in it, so you can call it a game, and then I'll just keep generalizing it more and more as I continue to work on it. Okay, so this one fails because it's still subscribed to chunks. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Layering of UI is actually pretty cool. Wish it was 110x dev, so we could generate an SSH website with multiplayer as a hobby. Well, in some ways, a lot of this is a lot of bigger projects are like more of a feat of stamina than necessarily intellect or being a certain number of time staff. If you just work on something for hundreds of hours, then you'll eventually get it. But then it's still a question of whether it's worth it. You're building amazing things for your future here. In Islam, we believe even the tiredness you feel from working hard is rewarded by God if your intention is good. Hope you achieve greatness here and in the next life. Well, thank you for your kind words. Okay, 34 should be the failing test. Start seeing 34. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's because it's a race condition. I forgot. That's really annoying. Hope my kind words touch your heart. My advice for whether it is in your free time or any time, read more about Islam. May God leads you to the true way. Well, thank you for the advice. I'm watching your dangerous short on another phone while this phone streams. Yeah, people really like that video, but it doesn't have enough views. I spent a couple of weeks making that, but I don't know, it's got 20,000 views or something. It's not enough to pay the bills. Okay. Let's just make this smaller. $28K views. That's an okay number. I think it's probably made like $10 maybe. Okay, so this value can show the error. Smile after binary patch. That's cat.png. The dangerous short is the best part. Yeah, that was I've heard that. I heard that comment from a couple people. It'd be fun to make more videos like that, but Like I said, it's probably made like $2 in revenue. Let me see. Okay, so that's removing the subscribe chunk, which it's supposed to do. failed once. I should have saved that. That's the problem with race conditions. There we go. Or not. There we go. Failure. Still not super clear why this is happening. Okay, that's not present in the bad one. Why is that not found? So is it never even requesting anything to the server? Okay, that's why. So at the end, it says the required regions is empty because it's shutting down the test. But there's still a message in the queue to send a request to subscribe to that region in the server. So I guess that should also be like a signal thing. Perfect. Is that going to fix it? Nope. Still broken. Is there a laptop brand you prefer? Might be in the market for one soon. So, in the past, everyone said buy ThinkPads because they were awesome and reliable. So I bought a ThinkPad a few years ago, and it's the worst machine I've ever bought. It was a bit more expensive than it should have been. It's slow. It's slower than a different computer I have that's 10 years older than it. The fan constantly spins at max RPM, which means it dies faster. And to replace the fan, it comes with like a heatsink on it, and it's like it's literally impossible to buy replacement parts to replace the fan. And it also has this like weird issue. When I go to boot it up, it complains about like tamper protection error. Press escape. What else? Oh, it actually had I've had a few like I've had issues with the memory card reader corrupts data, which was really annoying. Actually, I have a YouTube video that's out there. My one on printing, there's like a glitch in some of the video in one part. And I eventually traced that down to sometimes when I copied over the files with the built-in memory card reader, it would like corrupt things. But having said that, I've heard that older ThinkPads are good. It's just that right around COVID, the like quality nosedived. So I think in general, the right strategy is like you have to look up. What's worked well for me is just like whatever you're thinking about buying, just do a Google search for that. Say like, ThinkPad 12345G problems. Just Google like the laptop and then search for the word problems. And if anything comes up, then or like type in like just imagine what kind of problems you're likely to have, like Wi-Fi connection dropping this model of laptop. And then if you don't find results, then that's a good sign. But if you Google like XYZ laptop Wi-Fi problems, and then there's a Reddit thread with 500 posts on it where people are like, yes, this is notorious for these problems. You have to download the firmware. And I downloaded the firmware and it didn't fix the problem. Then you want to avoid that one. As for MSI, my last laptop, I actually have a blog post about getting Linux to run on my old MSI. Need one without AI. They all seem to pre-install with it. Interesting. With it, it's like a Microsoft AI. Yeah, I assume everything. Even if you have like an old Windows is basically a virus now. I assume even if you can find an older version, like a laptop that comes with an older version of Windows, it'll probably like auto update to the latest Windows and then just instantly install all kinds of AI to steal all your data. I don't think you can get away with that from Microsoft anymore. Microsoft AI, I don't even, the Microsoft ecosystem is like incomprehensible to me. Like I have all these basic assumptions about what a computer could and should do. Like basic concepts like, you know, the permanence of files. Like what the concept of a file was a fundamental idea for many years, but now like Microsoft will just like take your files and put them in the cloud and then delete your own local copy and not tell you, and it's all kinds of weird yeah, like I think that the latest thing is that everything's connected to your OneDrive file or something, and you have to like, so but it defaults to auto sync, so you have to like turn that off, and turning it off means it deletes one of the copies so you can have data loss. Yeah, I don't even completely follow it. Okay, I still didn't fix the bug, but at least I kind of, I made the testing a little bit smarter, so I don't have to wade through as much information. I can kind of use this technique to figure it out. I thought that change to using signals might make it work, but I guess we'll pick this up again tomorrow for day 200. 324. All right, that'll be it for tonight. So we'll be back again tomorrow around the same time. Have a good night.